Yo, he's gonna compress Anubis into nothing. That's metal as hell. Listen, as much as I love Little Johhny and Big Johhny, I'm kinda rooting for this man. He's a little too cool. Little Johnny's the best, bro. Let's just have a slice of life with Little Johhny. Let's have Dora the Explorer, but Little Johhny edition. Just him exploring the world and discovering secrets. You know, I'm a huge fan of always exposing the truth, no matter how painful, because it's better than living in a lie. Not with Little Johhny, man. Not with Little Johhny. Make sure you drop a like, share, support, subscribe if you're new around to your Patrons where you catch my full live reactions and exclusives. So, the thing is I have been the biggest supporter for the Lucky Cyan arc. I just love it. It's perfect to me. Not that it was a hated arc, but it's not a majority's favorite arc, right? And I recognize that. But every time I've got up here for all these arcs, I've said, oh, you know, this is a really good arc, but still, this one's my favorite. I think the Little Johhny arc is my new favorite, and we still have an episode to go. Like, if it crashes and burns, yeah, maybe my opinion changes and it's only the second best, but I really like him as a character, and I'm a huge fan of when shows do this. You show the same scene we've already witnessed, but from a different perspective. For some reason, the internet's not usually a huge fan of that, I've noticed, where they're like, oh, we've already seen this, it feels like wasting, or you're reusing animation. You know, there's a lot of weird takes. To me, I've never understood that, because if you do it right, it's a completely different scene, because the character in question is a completely different mindset that we're following. And I think it works even better when you have a silent character like Ghostblade, because when you focus on Little Johnny's side, he doesn't have any voice acting or any thoughts, right? It's you can't hear internal thoughts or anything like it, so it's a completely different one, right? The thing is at the end of the day, I feel like we have to reveal it, especially if we're going to go the route of he's seeing the vision of his dad's death that day. Whether or not this will be some form of PTSD that he kind of like suppressed some emotions and he'll realize he always saw who it was this whole time, I don't know. But at the end of the day, he probably will learn the truth, but man, I don't want him to, man. Like, he had such anger and hostility, and he lost, like, his purpose when Vortex apparently died in the same freaking plane crash that Lucky Cyan and her parents were in. Not sure if that was revealed before, and I'm just forgetting, but that was a bit of a shock for me. The idea that he has such a high opinion of Ghostblade. It's not about protecting Ghostblade, it's almost about protecting the innocents, because I truly feel like if Little Johhny learns that Ghostblade, hired or not, right? Like, it's not like Ghostblade was like, aha, I want to go kill this boy's father. No, it was organization probably said to do it. I still refuse to believe that, you know, Ghostblade and, you know, Vortex and all these, like, I really feel like Vortex wanted to use Little Johnny's father, was upset that he didn't, but I don't think he hired Ghostblade. I really feel like it was the organization. I think Rock and all of them. Like, I know, like, timeline-wise, well, he wasn't high up. It doesn't matter. I think he's been manipulating for a long time. Either way, if you reveal to Little Johhny he did it, what ends up happening is whatever innocence and purity this kid had goes out the window. And I'm not sure if we can restrain it or not. And if you remember at the end of Queen's arc, they do get jumped by Big Johhny, right? Or Big Johhny pops up. I think we're building into him learning the truth and going crazy with emotions. Sometimes ignorance is bliss, and I think this is one of those times. The one thing that's cool, though, and what I really appreciate about this show, is how they explain how heroes get their popularity, or lose their popularity. So, in the case of Vortex, you essentially got dogpiled. Whether or not rightfully so, like, I mean, you're dealing with a giant alien beast. I mean, it's understandable that things didn't work. And I almost wonder if some of his abilities didn't work because it's not from this world and that's why, I don't know. Either way, the public immediately being like, well, shit, he lost. Screw him. And then those rumors spreading, yeah, you're gonna lose your popularity and your rankings. But my big thing was like, how does this kid with no powers end up as this weird duo, right? Because the one with powers is Big Johhny. He's the one who transforms and, you know, feeds on emotions. The fact that the media caught glimpse of a kid walking up to a giant alien beast and it transforming back down and pretty much submissive towards him. Yeah, it makes it look like he controlled it. So basically, that's how the dynamic duo was formed. The public assumed that, oh, he's the one who controls the big mutt, and then the big mutt feeds off of his emotions and listens to him, right? It's a really clever duo, if you ask me, and I like the fact that they confirm he really didn't do much after that. Like, he was a merchandise kind of thing for the public eye, but you can understand why he was able to get into top 10s and stuff, because even without actually fighting, it's a natural drawn merchandise seller in a way, right? Especially in the cute little form, right? Big Johhny in his little chibi form, yeah, it's gonna sell like hotcakes. The cool thing, and what I've been saying in the past few weeks, the way they've structured this show is brilliant. The first few arcs, a little disjointed. You're like, oh man, big death, and you know, what's going on? It gets you into this mindset of what the hell is this organization? And then it starts doing real story structure. And yeah, sometimes we go a little back and then forward in the chronological timeline, but at the end of the day, rather than it feeling like, oh, this is just Queen's arc, or this is just Johhny's arc, or this is just Ghostblade's arc, right? What we're doing now is it's all in such a tight proximity of each other and timeline-wise and even physical space that as we transition from one to the other, it feels like one big-ass arc for like 10 episodes now. And it really helps us understand the bigger picture. And honestly, even if they weren't planning a second season, which they are, it feels like we're actually building into a way where it could have ended in 24 episodes. I really feel that. Because we have one episode left of the Johhny's arc. Then we have the question mark arc, which just shows the tower, which I still firmly believe is the organization. It's going to be a big reveal about their bullshit. And then we got, you know, a couple more arcs after that. This is good. At the end of the day, I know Johhny's going to learn the truth, and that's probably why Big Johhny goes crazy again. But I honestly think objectively, the peaceful outcome for him is to just not know. But I think, unfortunately, we have to. I can't honestly remember the last time I've looked at a character and I'm like, I know that's going to hurt them, I know that's going to piss them off, I know that's going to send them into a rampage, and I thought, but still rip the band-aid off so they can move on. I truly feel like whatever innocence and the personality we've seen of little Johhny is dead as soon as he learns what Ghostblade did. He basically kind of became docile in a way, because the person he thought he wanted revenge or answers from died. But when someone's in front of you, just the fact that too, he thought he, like the whole car scene, bro, the fact that he thought he was a good listener and that, oh, you're opening up the window not to try to throw me out of the car, but so you can let me get the fresh air and see the wind. I'm like, the Johhnys are too pure for this show, man. You let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think's going to happen in the end of Johhny's arc next week? Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, ring that bell, and Patrons where you catch my full live reactions and exclusives like, hey, I give video shoutouts to all my patrons. So today we got Andy, Little Bandit, Joseph, Attilius Farkas, 4-6, No Name Needed, Doc, Tyron, and we got Danny Boy. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.